movies for black girl nerds.
Adepero, thank you so much for your time.
Hi, Jeandra.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate your character, Sarah, so much because we see lots of Black representation in the Marvel universe, but as superheroes. But Sarah has a different type of superpower in that she has to make the engine run when everybody is gone. Those are kind of the unsung superheroes who keep things going. Is that a fair assessment of Sarah and what she and Sam's dynamic and what she adds to the journey that we're on with the show?
Exactly. I think it's a very fair assessment. And Sarah, to me, represents, what people have been doing for a long, long, long time, whether you're a mother, a caretaker, you're the breadwinner, in whatever form that comes, and that's like the beauty of the human spirit. It's like, just trying to do our best and figure it out day to day, and it's not perfect day to day. And there's a lot to it. And so that's what she represents to me. Yeah.
When we step into the Marvel universe with all the different shows, we never know. We have an idea of what we think we're going to expect to happen, but it's never that. And this series in particular has touched me greatly as a Black person, as a Black woman, just the nuance to some of the conversations. We've seen three episodes now, but speaking your character with Anthony Mackie's character, Falcon, it's very moving and very relatable that a lot of Black people experience in this country when you do your due diligence and it's still not enough or someone doesn't respect it. How did that personally affect you when you got to see these words on the paper and then you and Anthony Mackie go out to reenact these conversations?
It's thrilling because it's like, oh, wow, here's an opportunity. You guys have created an opportunity to tackle these issues in this like superhero, entertaining kind of way, because it just reflects reality. Like this is what is happening. And if you're going to have, and this is what's so beautiful about what was understood is that Sam Wilson as a character taking on the mantle or possibly taking on the mantle or the proximity to the mantle of Captain America, like representing America, that we all know is, it's complex, it's flawed, and a lot of us are experiencing that in many, many different ways. And so as a Black woman, it was exciting to get to be a part of to get to portray a character that is involved in that, but also there's a dynamic with a family member who's her brother where they can have real conversations and it's not didactic, it's like grounded and rooted in reality, but also in love.
A lot of the nuance, it's just been phenomenal to me, just even from some of the camera angles, from the going to the bank to wanting selfies but can't get a loan, to seeing the intros to the show of a Black marching band dancing on America for America's entertainment for someone else. I mean, it's the nuances of these conversations are unbelievable. When you step into a project like this, how do you celebrate the win? There's so much secrecy with landing roles within this genre, particularly with Marvel. How did you celebrate the win?
Wow, that is a fantastic question, huh? It's funny. It's, when you're an actor, let me speak for myself. It's like having to remind yourself, or what's ever present for me is like being present in the moment, And so there's a lot of things that I'm just kind of going with the flow and then just taking in experiences as they come. And like, I'm getting to meet really awesome people. I'm having a fun on set and I'm getting to talk to. So for me, that's how I celebrate the opportunity. It's like, I get to just be grounded and be present in the present moment and just like take it all in. And like, there were times I was just taking in the scenery, like where we were because, you know, I live in New York. I'm a New Yorker. And so I'm getting to be exposed to, you know, to views that I've never, so just those kinds of things. And then fast forward to, like, you know, the day before, you know, the premiere, and feeling a little nervous about all the eyes, like, ooh, like so many people are gonna be taking this in. But at the same time, reminding myself, enjoy this moment. And you only have your first time in something once. You know, this is my first foray into this, you know, this MCU. And so enjoy it, because people are going to enjoy it. So I don't have to get too heady about it. And, you know, because again, there are so many people that came before us that allowed me to be here, where I can sit and I can talk to you over a computer, you know what I mean? And so it's like, that's all, you know, our ancestors or my mom, you know, they just want me to just really enjoy the hard work, that I've put in for a long time to get to this point. So
Well
yeah,
deserved.
great question. That was a great question. Thank you.
Thank you. Well deserved. Well deserved. And with that, look, to follow up with you said, with all those eyes, the amount of scrutiny that goes into any Marvel, anything, you know, comic book fans, purists, new fans, action fans, pull out all their notes and are ready to dissect and dive in and watch. Is it refreshing to play a character like Sarah, who will not be as scrutinized as, say, Captain America, where it's, oh, that's not true to form to the context. When you look at some of the scrutiny your other co-stars go through about their characters, do you feel the same scrutiny, or is it nice to have a window seat to see how everyone is running down everything they do?
I mean, it's a great question. I'm not aware of the scrutiny around this particular series, just because I'm, you know, I kind of stay in my world. I kind of like dip in, dip out, but yeah. So I guess it's that naive where I'm not even aware of anything. So I'm just kind of like, I'm just here and I'm just doing, taking in what the history of Sarah Wilson from before, in combination with, you know, the dense story that they had and character they had in these scripts for the series. So, you know, and I'm asking questions and I'm just taking it in, and then getting to work with someone like Anthony, who's just amazing and incredible, where we can kind of go, you know, back and forth in this real feeling relationship is great. So yeah, I'm kind of like in a naive cloud, and I kind of like it that way.
It's much better, believe me. It's probably way more comfortable, way more fun.
Yeah.
And lastly, what I admire about Sarah, although Sarah's not a superhero, she does have a regality to her, a common sense, the truth sayer, the realist. What would you say is her most redeeming quality, and how that helps Sam along with his journey and coming to terms with whoever he's going to be once we get to the end?
Yeah, I think that ability to tell the truth, you know, speak her truth. Now, again, sometimes when you speak your own truth, it can kind of be conflicting, but I feel like it's better to kind of like get it out, and then you can kind of talk about it, as opposed to just swallowing it or not saying anything or trying to keep things nice and clean. Yeah, I think her ability to speak her truth and what she sees, so that there's a conversation that can happen, and, you know, a moving towards getting on the same page, because that's the only way those things can happen. Because it'd be so easy to just act like, you know, I'm just gonna just keep my head down and not share anything about what's going on with me and how it's been, and just keep moving. But I think in the long run, it doesn't really work.
Absolutely. Madam, thank you so much for your time. You are just lovely. I love this show. I've watched all the episodes a couple times over, just because the writing is phenomenal. Wonderful acting. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Jeandra.
Take care.
Better shake your booties for Black Girl Nerds. Better shake your booties for Black Girl Nerds.